Reality sucks. But hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I wanted to talk a little bit about reality today because, well, it's Christmas and it's a time for reflection, and it's tough to kind of be overtaken by the feelings of the time when we're surrounded by a really crazy world going on all around us, right? It's nuts. It really is nuts. And reality does suck to a certain extent. But what's your alternative? Is your alternative is to either live in a fantasy world or to not live at all, right? So those aren't great alternatives to knowing reality and seeing it for what it is. This is why it is one of the 3 pillars that we promote at brianjpombo.com, which is to be reality grounded. Okay? Reality grounded means you take it for what it is. It is what it is, and you can't do anything about what the circumstances are right in front of you. Now, you might be able to do things to change it from where it's at, but you can't do anything about where it is at. It is where it is. Things are what they are, and you kind of have to take them for what they are because you don't have much of another choice, really. And so that really comes down to not getting emotionally responsive, reactive to everything around you. Just don't react to it. Stop reacting to everything. You can't change it if you're reacting to it. You're being controlled by it. Really, whether it be politicians, whether it be, circumstances at home, no matter what you're reacting to, you're being controlled by. And I know a lot of times we talk about business here, but business all comes from the idea that you have some stability, that you have a direction that you want to take things, that you want to bring value to the world. And you can't do that if you aren't being reality based. And you can't do that if you can't accept reality for what it is. And you have to somewhat expect that there's a reality beyond what you know. You just have to acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge that you don't know it all. That you're going to find out more. And more than likely, what you're going to find out sucks worse than what you already know. Okay? You think all the craziness that's going on right now, and then you'll learn about some other wrinkle. You learn about some other conspiracy or something that ends up being true. And it's like, well, you can't react to it. You just have to say, okay, well, there's that. That's true. Now I know that exists. And accept it for what it is. And if you do that, and you don't get wrapped up in it, because you can't change it by getting all worked up about it. You can change it if you know what it is, know what you're dealing with, and wait for the opportunity for how we can go about fixing it or working around it, right? That's really, in my mind, that's what entrepreneurship is all about. And once you have a handle on that, learning how to slowly help other people that don't want to live in a fantasy world, allow them to be able to see the same reality that you're starting to see, and be open to being shown more reality than where you're currently at. Handle what you got in front of you for now, because you're going to find out more. Life is about finding out more and more and more. It's like, I think it was Ben Franklin that said, getting older is something to the extent of getting older is finding out how much more you just don't know about things, that you really don't get it. That the older you get, the more you realize how little you've gotten up until now and how little you probably still don't know. So hopefully, I don't know if that's helpful at all, but it seems to be a common theme that I'm hearing from people over and over again, is just getting all bogged down in the details of what's happening around you. And I'm not saying ignore it. I'm saying you got to know that these things happen. You got to know they exist. And then take a deep breath and go, okay, now what? Knowing that, how does that change my life? How does that change where I'm going from here? Does it change it? What can I do from this point forward to help move things forward, to help move myself forward, to survive, and to go beyond that? Where do we go from there? So 2020 is definitely a year for realizing that reality sucks, but that's okay. Okay? It's okay that reality sucks. It sucked before you knew that it sucked. It's just, that's what life is. Life is a series of challenges. And we just got to take it one moment at a time. I don't know if that's any help to you whatsoever or any consolation. I know processes for how to go about achieving that in your life. Being reality grounded is a huge piece of what I take forward, and I help business owners to kind of realize within their own lives. If you'd like to find out more about that, go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You get your own free copy at amazonproofbook.com. We'll be back here tomorrow with another tip, either a recognition of a principle or a strategy that you can use directly in your business and in your daily life, or a tactic that you can put into motion right away. We'll be back here tomorrow. In the meantime, you get out there and just let the magic happen.